Weather Extra. What's going on, everybody? Hot one yesterday. Hottest day of 2025. It sounds so dramatic, but I mean, summer just started on Friday, so you know we're going to probably have hotter days from here on out. It's not going to just be like 95 in Huntsville or 96 in the Shoals like it was yesterday. 95 in Decatur, 95 in Athens. Scottsboro, I think, was 91. But my Scottsboro temperature is not from the airport. It's from a friend of mine who has a gauge in his backyard because the airport has been down for like ever. So anyway, make a long story short, yes, hottest day of 2025 yesterday. Feel like temperatures were about 103, 104, 105, and we had these like pop-up downpours in the afternoon. Not everybody had one. In fact, most people didn't. But because it actually affected Huntsville and Madison, it was like everyone was like, it's raining, you know, like. Yeah, we knew that. So, unfortunately for the Trash Pandas and bad luck for them, it did delay part of the game one of their doubleheader yesterday, and they just can't catch a break. We caught a break this morning because I like to take the cameras, the weather cameras, and spin them around because I like to look at different sunrises and sunsets. We have like preset shots in there, and it drives me crazy that people won't change the camera. So I turned the Guntersville camera to the sunrise, and usually that big fan that you see in that picture blocks the look, and it really stinks. It's not a very good look. But now that we're like in the beginning of summer, the sun actually rises in Guntersville right next to that fan. So I said, I'm going to go check it out. And I found me a little eagle sitting there. It was awesome. It was like, I don't know, I was jumping around like a little kid, like Christmas morning. Got the best gift ever. But it was really cute. He was like doing a little dance and everything else. Anyway, we're about to go to air to share it with everybody, and a little bird comes and starts to fight with him, and he flies off. So we were very upset. But I had taken this little snapshot with our camera, and I put it as a cover photo on my Facebook page if you want to check it out more. But I thought y'all would get a big kick out of that. But that's how we started the day on air this morning, and Claudia, Matthew, and I had some fun with it, and it was really cool. And we like to find different things to talk about in the morning, and that was certainly one of them. Temperatures this morning were in the 70s. Now, is that 80 already? I got to pull this up. I can't see it. I'm blind as a bat because I don't have my glasses on. Oh, my goodness, it's already 80 degrees in Meridianville. Oh, my goodness, it's already 80 in the Shoals. Stop the madness, people. Stop the madness. Yeah, the temperature's warming up quick, and it's going to be another 95-degree day. We're going to run it back again today. Same as yesterday. Same forecast. Dew points are ridiculous. Icky stickies in full effect. It's very uncomfortable. And this is summer in the Tennessee Valley. Now, the heat advisory only covers counties to the west, and we definitely verified with the heat advisory yesterday. The problem is yesterday we verified for areas that were not in the heat advisory. So that probably could happen again today. Like if you're not in the heat advisory, you're still going to be really, really hot and really humid. So probably start to see these advisories expand a bit as we go into the week because it's only going to get hotter and more humid by middle of the week. Try to put some common sense stuff there, like, you know, stay hydrated, light colored clothes, take breaks, you know, sit in the shade for a while. You don't have to be a trooper or be in the sun all day. Make sure your pets are good. Make sure your elderly neighbors are okay. You know, I said this many times and I'll say it again, is everybody has their own comfort level with heat and humidity. I mowed yesterday. I did some weeding. I felt fine. Somebody else told me they would never go outside on a day that hot and that they'll stay in the AC every single minute of the day. You do you. I mean, that's all you can do. Like some people out there are still running. Like, you know, I think everybody has that threshold of what's comfortable and what's not comfortable. And you have to know your own body too. You know, if you start feeling sweaty, if you start feeling fatigue or a little nauseous, you might want to pull it back a bit. And then more of a concern is if you stop sweating. That's a big part. That means you've gone from heat exhaustion to like borderline heat stroke. And that's when you call 911. And you don't even want to even come close to that. There's no reason to. You should know your body and shut it down before it even gets to there, right? That's what I'm saying, and I'm sticking to it. Mike Jetto, good morning to you. I see a coffee. Oh, I don't have my coffee mug. I forgot my coffee. I want to cheer you. But mug's up, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate it. What a loser. I'm such a loser. I don't have my coffee with me. Or maybe I've had too much coffee, and that's probably why I forgot it. Linda Nelson, beautiful picture. Thank you. Good, Linda. Like you, like everybody. I was really surprised. I didn't realize that many people were watching in the morning when I was like, hey, it's on my Facebook page. It's the only place I have it right now. And I couldn't believe the response. It was pretty cool. Anyway, good stuff. Kirsten's on this morning. She says, good morning with sunshine icon. Yeah, lots of sunshine today. Sunrises were beautiful, in addition to the bald eagle picture, too. Hi, Deborah. Awesome and funny? That's very kind of you. I think you're pretty awesome, too, for saying something so kind, but thank you very much, Deborah. You have a good Sunday, okay? I'm going to go to the next graphic while I look at comments. My good buddy Dave's on. I got to talk to Dave. So I didn't put, and I did this yesterday, somebody got mad at me, but I didn't put isolated shower or storm in the afternoon. I am verbally telling everybody it is a very low chance that you could have an isolated downpour. Like I said, yesterday it hit Huntsville and Madison, and that made it probably bigger than what it was. But I think if I put isolated shower or storm on that 12-hour graphic, that's all anybody's going to see. And I want you to see the temperatures. That's more of an impact today. Again, a quick downpour. What they do is these storms, they fire up, and there's a lot of humidity, so it rains heavy. You're going to get some lightning with the storms, like dangerous lightning. So if you're in the pool, get out. If you're fishing, try to get the boat. Like, you don't want to be like out in the middle of the lake on a boat. But it's so isolated that so many areas yesterday didn't have rain. You know, I was talking about the rain, and there was people writing me while I was on air at 5 and 6 on Facebook. They're like, what are you talking about rain? It's sunny and hot. I'm like, for you, but areas that have the rain are getting hit pretty hard. So I didn't put it in the graphic, and I won't, because I think it's such a small chance that I want to focus on the temperatures and the humidity more so. That's what I'm thinking. 10-day forecast. I'm going to pull it up so you can see it better. One adjustment I made, if you watch very closely from yesterday morning, I took the Tuesday and Wednesday temperature up. I figure I'm working Saturday and Sunday, both shifts, both days. I can just add the temperature if I want to. 97 Tuesday, 98 Wednesday, which means that Tuesday, Wednesday, and I know Thursday only says 94, but Thursday might have a little more humidity. So those 3 days, target those 3 days. Just about everybody will be in some kind of heat alert, whether it's a heat advisory or whether it's an excessive heat warning. Feel like temperatures could get as high as 107. Yesterday, we had a few locations. The Shoals, 96, but had a heat index of 106 at one point. And even in Huntsville, the temperature got up to 95, but the heat index got up to like 105. So it happened yesterday already. So we were already pretty hot. It's stifling when I got up this morning, went out to my truck to come in at what time did I get ready? I got in the car about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, I was already sweating, and I wasn't even at work yet. I was very upset, very upset. Summer doesn't bother me. I'm okay with it. I still try to do my things outside, but getting up and going out to the truck at 3 o'clock in the morning for your morning shift on a Sunday and you're sweating already, that's never a good sign, right? Hi, Shirley Schmidt. She says, good morning. So is Karen Hancock. Good morning to you both. Thank you for coming by for Weather Extra. Still don't know why I do that. Dave Luddy, you got to go back. You got to go mow the backyard, my friend. Dave and I are like mowing buddies. So I mowed yesterday. I edged, weed whacked, got it all done yesterday because I didn't want to touch it today. Dave went half and half. He went front yard yesterday, going backyard today. Like I said, you do you. You whatever you can do. But trying to get it mowed, it was so high too. I was so mad. My lawnmower couldn't get through. It was like, rah, and I was like, I just cut this like a week ago. You know, it grows fast when it rains. We've had a lot of rain. Hi, Kaylee. Good morning to you. Leah Underwood says good morning. So does Teresa, which is fantastic. It's so good to see everybody on this Sunday Weather Extra. I'll be back for the 4:30 edition too. Yes, I will. I just can't get enough. I lost track where it was. Hi, Thomas. Good morning to you. Thomas Rhodes. Thank you for saying hi. I appreciate that. I try to say hi to everybody. Sheila's on this morning, and I'm saying hi to Sheila. Sheila had a couple. Sheila Rains Trotter Irons. I love it. Good morning to you. And Linda Manning's on. Top of the morning. Top of the morning to you, too. I feel very Irish when I say that. Is that an Irish thing? Top of the morning? A lot of people say that to me, though. Hi, Sarah. Good to see you all. Good morning. Tried to do a little pool time again today, but watch out for that little shower or storm in the afternoon. Could have a little lightning. Got to get out of the pool, okay? I'm letting you know. Be careful, be careful. Dave says, I'll go mow when it dries out. You know what, Dave? And I need to take your advice because I'm an impatient person or I'm just a cranky and tired person. And when I went home yesterday, I was like, okay, if I'm going to mow, I need to do it now. If I don't mow, if I go take a nap, I'm not going to get up and mow. And so I mowed, and it was really still wet. And that on the lawnmower was because I didn't let it dry. And I'm not the only one. My neighbor across the street did the same thing. I'm just going to say, I'm not the only one that's impatient. But I wanted to take a nap, and I knew I had to mow first. I didn't wait for it to dry, but you're right. That's the right way to go about it. Because I'm sure underneath my lawnmower is just big clumps of grass that are just waiting for me to take them out. But it's all good. It's all good. Margot Cassis. Good morning from Grant. I love Grant. Gorgeous Grant. Some beautiful homes in Grant. Good to see you on, Margot. Sarah says, just popping in to say have a blessed day. Sarah, you have a blessed day as well, too. I think that's really kind of you to do that. I appreciate that. I know everybody's lives are busy. You know, like when I do weather extras on the weekend, when I used to do the coffee times, I used to say, look, if I don't see you for 5 weeks, come back when you're ready to come back. I know things get busy on the weekend. It's all good, but this is just a quick little way to update things for you. And what's great is that we leave it on the Facebook page or it'll be on my Facebook page. And if you happen to miss weather extra, you can always go back and rewatch it. And if you're looking for a quick update, I try to go through the forecast quickly in the beginning, and then I kind of make small talk after, so you don't have to watch the whole video. D, what's up, my friend? Good morning, Jeff, and all the Weather Extra fans. Yeah, you know, we're missing somebody this morning, too. We're missing Vacation Valerie because, well, she's on vacation. Yes. She's in Hawaii. Yes. Aloha is what she kept writing yesterday. And rubbing it in all into our face. No, she wasn't rubbing it in. She's just really excited to be there. She sent me some and shared with me some amazing pictures. And I'm extremely jealous of her and her trip. But I'm hoping if she watches this video that she's having a blast. And we'll see her when she comes back. But Vacation Valerie is always the hostess with the mostest. And she will always take the time to say hi to every single person that comes on this Weather Extra when she's here. And she does it because she's like one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. So. Courtney says, good morning from the Shoals. Good morning, Courtney from the Shoals. You were really hot in the Shoals yesterday. I was checking the feel-like temperatures. I came back because I worked last night, right? And I came back and I was like, did it really hit 96 in the Shoals? I was like, oh, wow. We had that in the forecast, so we felt pretty good. And then I'm looking at the feel-like temperatures, and I was like, I saw 106 in the Shoals at like 2 in the afternoon. I was like, eesh. That verified the heat advisory. Yes, it did. Pretty warm stuff. Hi, Brenda Poor. Good to see you. Good morning, Jeff. Have a blessed day. You have a blessed day, too. Good Sunday to everybody. Always good to see everybody on this morning. Good to see all the eyeballs on the Weather Extra this morning, too. And a lot of you who watch this back as a replay, a lot of times, like on my Facebook page, if you're watching right now, I don't see the comments right now because I'm logged into 48. I usually will go back and comment, say hi. If you have a question, I'll answer it. And if you happen to watch the replay later, whether it's my page or on 48, probably more on my page, I will try to answer you back if I'm not napping. I do have to come back tonight. I told you all on Friday that by the time you got to Sunday evening, you were going to have your fill with Jeff Desnoyers. But I will be back tonight. I'm working the night side. Eric Burke is here tomorrow morning, and then I work Monday night. I'll be covering the night side for Monday. And we got you covered. We'll be talking heat. Not going to talk about a lot of rain. Pattern change on that 10-day forecast doesn't come until next weekend. And it's not so much like a change in the pattern. It's just more clouds with some showers with like an area of low pressure. And that may take our temperatures back just a bit. Instead of hitting mid-90s, we'll be back to maybe some upper 80s, which is a break in the Tennessee Valley for this time of year, even though it will still probably be really humid and still very uncomfortable. And any kind of rain that you see on that 10-day forecast, whenever it does rain, I think it's few and far between through Friday, but when it does or if it does, it will pour. Like it will just be really heavy. Courtney says, already sweating, just having coffee on the porch. Yeah, right? I'm going to go out a little coffee on the porch and start my day. I can't wait to see the sun. And you go out there, you're like, like already sweating. You put a little ice in your coffee and make it an iced coffee really quick, right? Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's like, I always say this to you, like a lot of times, and I thought this was something I brought up yesterday. I was talking to Claudia about it. It was like, we always focus on the mid-90 temperatures by day, right? But for those of you who like to get up early in the morning, or like a shift like mine where I come in at 3 in the morning, or if you have a really good Friday and Saturday night and you're out till midnight and you're like, woohoo, you know, But there's no relief at night. Like the night temperatures, when I was on air at 10 o'clock last night, it was still 84 degrees in the Shoals. Are you kidding me? 84 in the Shoals at like 10:30 p.m. That's just not right. So what happens is you don't get that relief at night. Like there's certainly nothing cool happening. The only relief you get in a pattern like this, and it has to happen perfectly. You get a thunderstorm, right? And the rain, you would think, would cool things down. And it may do that for like 5 minutes. And then once the rain moves out, it's like stifling and sauna afterwards. What you want to have happen, is you want to be in the perfect spot. You want to be like just far enough away from the thunderstorm so it doesn't rain and get everything wet, but you get the outflow boundary from the actual thunderstorm, and that will bring some cooling winds from the thunderstorm aloft down to the surface. And if you can avoid the rain, because that's just going to make everything sauna-y and soupy after the rain moves out. But if you can stay dry but get those outflow boundaries on the borderline or fringe of those storms, ideal. It will give you like a 30-minute break from the humidity and you'll feel really, really rejuvenated. But that's really the only way it can happen. It's not technically like the rain, it's not going to like rain cool you with these situations like that we have, because I mean the rain literally comes down like it's hot, you know, and like immediately when the rain stops, it's like stifling again, and then just damp and smelly outside like it's wet. Am I making this sound really good? Welcome to summer, everybody. Yes, I do like summer, I promise. Stan Barbie, good to see you all, my friend. Good morning, Jeff Desnoyers. I missed the showers while I was in Coleman. I've been missing your updates. Been so busy with mowing some yesterday. Had a blessed day, my friend. When you are in Hartselle, send me a message. I will do that. I've been going to Hartselle a lot, my friend. And every time I go down there, I'm like, I got to go check out. I got to send a message to Stan and let him know I'm down there. But I will definitely do that, my friend. I would love to meet up with you and maybe get lunch. We'll talk, okay? But yeah, yesterday, you know, I was watching those showers right by you, you know, where you live, and I didn't really know exactly where Rock the South was. Like I knew that it was in Coleman, don't get me wrong, but I didn't know like what part. Coleman's huge, right? So then I did a map search, and I think Rock the South is on the west side of I-65, and I've never been down there. I've been to Coleman many times, but I've never been to Rock the South. So I'm watching these storms, and I'm thinking, wow, is Rock the South actually missing these storms? And I think they did. I don't know. I think they did. I know Baileyton had a whopper, and I know Joppa had a decent rainfall. But I don't think the storms, when they got across west of I-65, they kind of fizzled. And that's what a lot of these storms will do. Like you'll see them on the radar in the afternoon, and I said this on air last night, and a lady by the name of Linda reached out to me. I said that they would rain themselves out. She goes, what are you talking about? They essentially they think of the storm as just getting tired. It's just like, okay, I'm done raining, and I'm done. And they just stop raining, and they dissipate. And they move weird directions too. Like these downpours yesterday, the one in Huntsville actually was the one that hit Toyota Field that made it to almost Athens and then went away. They have these like, they meander, they're building off the outflows of the actual cell itself, and they just kind of form around it. It's like lava. It's kind of cool. It's not like a frontal boundary pushing them through. So they can have weird directions, and they did yesterday. They were moving west at 5 miles per hour. It was very bizarre. Delia, I can't see that. Della, why am I so blind? Good morning, Jeff. I love this hot weather. I will soon be 88 and the hot weather feels wonderful to me. I love that. I love that. I just wish I could read that. Does it say Della or Delia? Delia? Okay, Delilah? Yeah, Delilah. Anyway, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on. And at 88, and you're like, bring it on. I love that. I think it's great. Like I said, there are some people who love the hot, love the humidity, love it all. Bring it on. Summer is supposed to be that way. And then there's other people who are like, I'm good with AC. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody can have their own, like, I don't want to say opinion, but own comfort level. It's a better way to say it. I love it. I think it's great. Renata, good morning to you. She said, it never rained in Trinity either. Exactly. Exactly why I don't want to put the rain in the forecast, because so many people are like, it's not raining outside. I'm like, I know. But it's raining in Madison, and they had to put the tarp on the field, so I have to talk about it. But yeah, and that's why I didn't put the thunderstorm in the daily planner. I'm just voicing it over because it didn't rain in Trinity. And it didn't rain for a good majority of our area. There was very few areas that actually had rain yesterday. But good point, and I appreciate that. All right. I got to go because I do have to take a little bit of a nap. I will be back a little bit later today, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at like 2 o'clock this afternoon or 2:30 whenever I come back. But I will be back. I will have the weather extra on at 4:30. Help me 5 or 6 on Sunday? 5 and 10, right? Okay, that's what I said yesterday, right? I don't remember. 5, 6, and 10. Okay. So we're at, I'm sorry, I don't usually work night shifts on the weekends. So on 5 and 10 tonight is when our newscast is, and I don't think we're preempted or delayed with any sports. So we will be on both times at 5 and 10. And I will be on after I do Weather Extra at 4:30. Okay? Tons of ways to get updates here at WAFF 48 because we are here to make sure that you stay updated. Have a good day, everybody. Beat the heat. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. And enjoy summer. Have a good day.